All right, so why am I not surprised? More excuses coming from Deontay Wilder's side saying that he was injured prior to the Tyson Fury rematch earlier this year in February. So, according to sparring partner Junior Fa, this is coming from Sky Sports. He indicates, I'll read to you his quote. It says, "quote the lead up to the training was actually really good. Deontay Wilder was looking great. I think he did hurt himself towards the end of camp, which I don't think would have played too much into the fight. But then I don't really know the extent of the damage of the injury he sustained. What I do know is that he did get injured, but I was very surprised by Fury's game plan. As soon as the fight started and I saw Fury not really taking a backward step, trying to push Wilder to the ropes, I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be a hard fight for Wilder." You know, um, the funny thing about this, right? There were speculations about Deontay Wilder being injured. Matter of fact, I believe he did mention that he was injured. And one of the millions of excuses coming from Deontay Wilder's side, the LDBC side, and YouTubers and pundits defending Deontay Wilder. There were so many excuses, right? But one of the specific excuses from Deontay Wilder was that he did hurt himself. So this is not a surprising. This is not surprising. And so for someone else to come out and say that to corroborate what Deontay Wilder said, this pretty much confirms that yeah, he was injured. The funny thing about it is that most boxers that come into a fight, aren't 100%. They're never 100%. No boxer would tell you that they're 100% going into a fight. You know, so they can have pre-existing injuries going into a fight, but you know, true fighters, they don't use that as an excuse. You know, when Dillian White lost to Povetkin, did you hear an excuse about him being injured in training camp? When Anthony Joshua lost the first time to Andy Ruiz Jr., did you hear any excuses from him at all? Period. Because there was speculation about him having a concussion, things of that nature, and all that. Everybody saw in the fight that Anthony Joshua looked different before the match even started. He looked different, right? But when he lost that fight to Andy Ruiz, he didn't make that excuse. Nobody in his camp made an excuse about a concussion. They speculated, but they didn't say, okay, yeah, he lost because of this, right? So, like I said, his sparring partner, Junior Fa, indicates, yeah, man, he was injured. His bicep was injured prior to the rematch with Tyson Fury. So, these excuses are just getting old and tired, Um, I said a while ago that I want Deontay Wilder to just step aside and retire. He needs to step aside and retire. You know, when you have a fighter, and I'll make this point before I leave. Fighter who is what, 35 going on 36, a fighter that's been fighting one way, which is destructive power. I'm not going to deny his power with his right hand. A fighter that has wear and tear on his body, especially his hands. His hands, as you may or may not know, that his hands have they have steel rods. His right hand has steel rods inside them. Basically, he's Wolverine. Basically, which makes his hands pretty much illegal when you punch something. Steel rods because of the fact that he keeps injuring his hands consistently. Okay? So when you have wear and tear on your body, you're 35 going on 36, you've been fighting for one way for the longest, that basically embeds your style in muscle memory. So even if you adapt or learn a new style, you will revert back to what you know because your mind understands that one style, that your memory equates to muscle, right? Which is equates to instinct. And it's going to be damn near impossible to, you know, try to forget that style and learn something new. So that's the main reason why I want Deontay Wilder to retire and step aside, or step aside and retire, because of that reason. He can't learn. He can't learn new things. He doesn't listen. His his coaches said that. Um, you know, so yeah, man, that's basically it. Like, this guy's injury prone. Um, he can't diversify his style. He only fights one way, which is trying to land that big right hand, and that's it. That's it, man. You know, just step aside and retire. But again, I'm not surprised by the excuses from his side, his camp. I'm not. You know, I'm not surprised. But I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of it. You know, I've been tired of the excuses. So it is what it is, family. Those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. GMOG Sports TV. Till next time, signing out. Peace.